Let's talk about some of the best fragrances for spring. These are gonna be your ethereal vanillas, your soft musky scents, your crisp fruity scents, dewy floral scents. I have all the recommendations right here. So let's get into it because this is gonna be another long one. Let's first start off with some of my favorite fruity springtime scents. This isn't even all of them. This first fragrance just might be the prettiest bottle in my entire collection. This is called Elle Anniversary by Xerjoff. Look at this. I feel like this bottle does a great job of encapsulating the scent as well. I smell the lychee, a little bit of pear, maybe a little bit of green apple. It just has that crisp, juicy sweetness to it, but it also has these really pretty, gorgeous florals. This is the type of scent I would wear to a wedding. It is very ethereal, it's fruity, floral, perfect mixture of a flirty perfume, but classy as well. Now, is she the most affordable? No. So definitely sample first, but this is such a gorgeous, stunning, beautiful scent. These next two fragrances are also juicy, crisp. They kind of have this fresh spiciness to them. I'm sure many of you have heard of this first one. This is Maillard. If you're a fan of Angel Nova by Mugler, then you will love this scent right here. It's got this sweet yet tart raspberry note. It kind of reminds me of a raspberry popsicle, but with a little bit of tartness, a little bit of sourness, and it's pretty complex. I wouldn't say this is your basic raspberry scent. It's a fresh, crispy, fruity floral scent that is absolutely beautiful, and I think perfect for spring and summer. You cannot go wrong. I believe this next one is fairly new, but honestly to me this smells almost identical to Maillard. This is Afra Sensual by Mamlakat Al Oud. I would say if you already have Maillard, you definitely don't need this one in your collection. It will definitely be repetitive. If I had to compare them both, I would say this one might be a little bit more soft, a little bit more dainty, but that is if I'm being extremely picky. I would say this one is for my tart, juicy, raspberry fragrance lovers. So beautiful. And this bottle is definitely unique too. This next fragrance is going to be for my juicy apple lovers. Oh my gosh, this was a love at first sniff. It is called The Cursed Apple from Mischief Academy. They did a whole collection based off of famous characters like Winnie the Pooh, Little Mermaid. They have a whole discovery set, but this one, as well as another one that I'll show you later on, were standouts for me. This smells like raindrops to me and a freshly cut green apple. It is so refreshing. I don't even remember the exact notes for this one, but it really smells like dewy raindrops. It is so watery with that apple at the same time. This is a gorgeous, aquatic, fresh, fruity scent that I'm obsessed with and that I will be wearing a lot in spring. Next up, we have a more affordable apple fragrance that I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen on your feeds before. This is Bade Al Oud Sublime by Lattafa. This legit feels like a brick. You can most definitely knock someone out with this. I believe this one is inspired by Eat and Juicy Apple by Kayali, but I think this has a little bit more spice, a little bit more oomph. I actually got this one in a set with a hair mist as well as a deodorant room spray, which I think is in my gym bag. But these hair mists are so freaking good. Touching on the scent, this is going to be perfect for spring and summer, definitely for my apple lovers. Oh my gosh, yeah. This is so sweet, almost a little bit syrupy with a touch of spice. This just smells like a sunny spring day going apple picking with your bae. I was gonna say this would layer beautifully with other fruity, appley scents, but you can just wear this on its own. Just layer these together and you're gonna be good to go all day because the lasting power as well is fire. Now, I've been trying to not talk about the same fragrances that I've already brought up in other videos, but it would be a crime to not include Floating by Lise. This is spring in a bottle. This smells like a breath of fresh air. It is weightless. Floating is the best name for this. If you love clean, fresh, peachy scents, you need to get your nose on this. I always describe this one as a sunny spring morning. You're doing laundry, your window is open, you have a peach tree in your front yard that's wafting into your house. This smells so flowy, pillowy, fresh, weightless. It is absolutely stunning. If you have not sampled this one yet, I could not recommend it more. The next fragrance I want to talk about is Hayati Florence from Lattafa. This one I feel is pretty underrated. It's kind of a candy-like candy-like fruity floral scent. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This reminds me of something in my childhood. It carries this powdery, slightly citrusy, fruity floral scent that is stunning. It's actually a crime that this one is not talked about very much. If you love a powdery, slightly creamy floral, I highly recommend checking this one out. And it's by Lattafa, so it's probably pretty affordable. This next perfume is from one of the coolest brands I've ever heard of in my life. They create all of their fragrances based on extinct flowers. This one is called Solar Canopy. It is a gorgeous, fruity, fresh, slightly spicy scent. This one is my absolute favorite from the brand. It's got this fresh spiciness to it, but a little bit fruity as well. How cool is that I'm smelling something similar to an extinct flower? I don't know, I just think that's the coolest thing ever. I would say if you love Angel Nova and if you also love Mayar, you should definitely check this one out. It's obviously not inspired by either of those fragrances, but it has that fruity, fresh spiciness that I think those other ones carry. If you know me well, you know I am a sucker for a good pear scent. This one is Pear Jam by Net. Oh my goodness. This smells like a pear popsicle. Also, look at the bottle. I love when brands do unique, very distinct bottles. I think the colored bottoms that they put on their bottles is so pretty and unique. It kind of reminds me of a pink sand beach. But anyways, getting into the fragrance. This one is for my fruity pear popsicle sweet fragrance lovers. This might be one of my favorite pear fragrances ever. It definitely has that refreshing shampoo-y feel, but this one also carries a slight candy-like popsicle vibe. It is so good. Y'all need to run to Sephora and smell this. I was not expecting to love this next fragrance as much as I do. When I heard this one is supposed to smell like a straight up clementine, I was kind of like, I don't know how I would feel about that. But I'm here to report that this smells absolutely divine. This is Clementine Dream from the 7 Virtues. I've talked about this one before on my page, but I had to include it. This is going to be amazing for spring and summer. It is such a gorgeous, intoxicating vanilla citrus scent. You definitely get a hit of that clementine in the beginning, but it's not citrus overload. There's a sugary vanilla note that comes in and is so good. Yeah, this is unlike any other citrusy vanilla scent that I own, and I own quite a few, but oh my goodness, this one is a standout. This almost gives me hotel lobby citrusy vanilla vibes. The dry down is definitely where the magic happens, but if you love a citrus scent, you will definitely love this one throughout the whole wear. Even the opening, I think, is so beautiful. Many of you probably know that I'm not the biggest floral fragrance fan, but I don't know what is in the air lately. I have been loving florals, and it would be a crime not to include florals in my spring fragrance recommendations. Let's start off with a fragrance that has quite the controversial bottle. What are your guys' thoughts on Afif by Lattafa right here? I get so many comments on my TikTok video of this one, either saying this is the prettiest bottle they've ever seen, or saying that Lattafa is overdoing it with these bottles. I don't know, I think this is a good centerpiece in your collection. I mean, that looks cute. Definitely extra, but I love extra. Scent-wise, this is a beautiful peachy white floral scent. You get this slightly syrupy peachy note, but the white florals are definitely the star of the show with this fragrance. I would say the peach is in the background. This is another sunny spring day type fragrance where you're cloud watching at the park, you're wearing your flowy spring dress, and you have orange and peach trees around you. A very pretty, very feminine, fruity floral scent. This next fragrance is newer to my collection. It is Dear Sky by Ellis Brooklyn. Oh my gosh, does this smell good. I'm not even exactly sure what the notes are of this one, but to me this smells like water lilies floating around in a pond. It smells like sparkling citruses. Yeah, this is a very ethereal, pretty, succulent floral scent. I don't know if it's new. Maybe it's new because I don't hear that many people talking about this one, but for a spring, definitely check this one out. Let's talk about a more sensual floral scent now. This one is Black Tulip by Shea and Blue. To be honest, I don't know of many tulip scents. I don't even know what a tulip smells like, but this smells fire. I believe this one has some plum to it, which I can definitely smell. This has some sort of deep, dark richness to it. But that tulip note, I'm assuming it's the tulip note, smells so springy and refreshing, yet juicy from that plum. It's definitely got some sweetness to it as well. I would consider this a slight gourmand, mainly floral, but a very pretty, unique scent that I've never smelled before. Seriously, I'm trying to think of perfumes perfumes that have a tulip note, and I really don't think I have any other tulip fragrances. Now, if you were a juicy couture fragrance lover back in the day like myself, you probably already know of this fragrance. At least you should know of this fragrance. This one is Haya by Lattafa. This comes in the most extravagant, gorgeous packaging ever. The bottle and packaging is velvet with this gorgeous rose gold design as well. It has this candy-like caramelized aspect to it, but it is still very floral. Sometimes it reminds me of Skittles. I think if you're looking to gift somebody a fragrance, this is a great one to choose. One, because it's very crowd pleasing. Two, because the packaging, whenever anyone opens the packaging, they're gonna think this is like a $200 perfume. But yeah, this is such a beautiful, fun, sweet, fruity floral scent. This next fragrance was advertised to be a more cherry forward fragrance, which I didn't really get at all. Nonetheless, it is still a very gorgeous floral forward fragrance. This is a musky, floral, light fruity scent. Imagine white florals misted with cherry and cranberry juice. It's slightly powdery. It definitely has that musk that a lot of Juliet has a pew pew fragrances carry. But right, when you look at this bottle, wouldn't you expect a deep, dark cherry scent? That is not what you're gonna get from this one, in my opinion. You're mainly gonna get white florals. So if you love white florals, I would definitely check this one out. It does have a pinch of that cherry, a little sweet, flirty vibe, but yeah, do not expect a cherry scent from this fragrance. These next three fragrances are for my orange blossom fragrance lovers. This first one is Fakama by Gulf Orchid. This is what I like to describe as a pretty girl scent. This one is inspired by Love Don't Be Shy, and it does a great job of smelling like Love Don't Be Shy. It's heavy on the sweet orange blossom. I love when orange blossom is slightly sweet. I can't just have a straight up orange blossom type scent. This one is sweet, a little bit marshmallowy, which is probably why I love it so much, because anything with a marshmallow note I want. So Love Don't Be Shy scent DNA always reminds me of candied florals. That is the best way to describe this fragrance. Up next, we have this cutesy bottle. I just love the charms that Montal uses. I think their bottles are so cute. Ooh, what are the odds that it lands in my cup? Do y'all like my cup? My mom got it for me. Let me know if you guys watch RuPaul as well. I would say if you like the Love Don't Be Shy scent DNA, then you should definitely check this one out. I can still smell the orange blossom, but this one almost feels like it has a bit more juicy citruses in it. It also has this refreshing vibe, which you would kind of expect from a fragrance called Bubble Forever. Now that I'm really smelling it, I can kind of envision pink little bubbles floating around when I smell this. Here's another affordable gem. This one is Pétale Éphémère by Le Monde Gourmand. I love how affordable their brand is. Not all the scents are very long lasting, but I don't mind because these are so easy to throw in your purse. Yeah, this one is very orange blossom heavy, but it just smells like pink sheets. It is so floral, feminine, dainty smelling, and it also has that candied floral vibe that I love. This is the perfect springy floral scent to throw in your purse for daytime. Definitely not a nighttime scent. I think once we get to these springy vanillas, a lot of those can work for nighttime. Now let's talk about this yummy body mist body oil combo from Nest. This is the Indian Jasmine body mist and body oil. I will say these are quite expensive, especially for a body mist, but from my experience these last fairly long. That jasmine in here is beautiful. It's a very realistic jasmine. Whenever I'm out and about and I see a jasmine bush around, I always smell it, and I think it smells so beautiful, but a lot of times that same jasmine scent doesn't translate over to a lot of fragrances, in my opinion. I think some jasmine fragrances can tend to lean a little bit aged, not as sweet and yummy as when I smell them on a literal jasmine bush, but I think this scent does a good job of really getting that sweet jasmine scent. And then you got the perfume oil as well. When you layer these two, you're gonna be smelling good all day. The oils are so strong when you just put them on your pulse points. Anytime you get warm, the fragrance starts to expand. I get a really good scent bubble with a lot of my perfume oils, so I think perfume oils are always necessary because the body mists might fade, but then the perfume oil really stays, and I'm very impressed with how a lot of them project. Let me know if you guys want to see my favorite perfume oils. Quite a few behind here. If only you guys could see this perfume tower right now. I tried to organize this little section right here, but if I spun this around, it's not looking pretty. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm looking for a new apartment, so as a Virgo, it is driving me insane because nothing is organized in here right now. I cannot wait to show you guys my entire collection, but thank you for staying patient with me with this new setup. Anyways, on to the next fragrance. Lychee must have been the perfume note of 2024 because I swear, every other perfume released was a lychee forward fragrance. This next one is a lychee gem. It is Candied Lychee by the Seven Virtues. This is another gorgeous balance of a fruity floral scent. I believe this has some peony in it as well. So juicy, sweet, and refreshing. This carries such a flirty pink energy to it. It's another crowd pleaser. I'm pretty sure any girly girl would love to have this fragrance in their collection. This next fragrance is new to my collection. It's called Proem by You Beauty. This is another fresh, spicy floral scent. There's definitely some rose, some peony. It's a bit complex, a little bit earthy, a little bit grounded. Also carries that floral, fresh spiciness that Maillard carries. Angel Nova by Mugler. I would say if you love those fragrances, then you should check this one out as well. I have to throw in my homegirl, Yara by Lattafa. This is another extremely easy fruity floral scent to wear. It smells like a pink cloud. Definitely slightly powdery, but in the best way. I used to think that I hated powdery scents, but I actually love them. I don't like baby powdery scents, but when it comes to these sweet cloud-like florals, I'm obsessed with them. This is sweet, velvety, powdery vanilla. Kind of smells like vanilla berry swirled ice cream with a floral garnish on top. This next fragrance house I fell in love with at Beauty World. They are called Supers Budapest. First of all, these bottles are so stunning. Do you see this image on the bottle? Because that is what this scent is giving. This fragrance is called Endless Love, and it is one of the most gorgeous powdery iris vanilla scents I've ever laid my nose on. If you're a fan of the Dama Bianca scent DNA, then I think you will love this one. This also has some sweet aquatic juiciness to it. This is another fragrance that I would entertain wearing for a wedding. I have another recommendation from them in this video. Their stuff is fire. This next fragrance subcategory might surprise a few of you because, as many of you know, I'm not the biggest rose fragrance girly, but these rose fragrances I can get down with. Let's start with Turkish Rose from Nest. Turkish rose notes are usually a little bit more rich, a little bit more honey-like versus a regular rosy note. With normal rosy notes, sometimes I get a grassy green vibe that I don't love. So I'm realizing I prefer Turkish rose notes. In my opinion, this one kind of carries that rosy, shampoo-y scent DNA that I love. It's not too harsh, it's not too sharp, it's just right. If you're looking for a sweet, refreshing rose scent, I would definitely check this one out. But I would also check out Miss Rose Era from Sniff. This has been my go-to gym scent as of lately because this one almost carries this fresh laundry vibe to it. It's definitely not a straight up rose scent. This one is very fresh and clean. I can definitely pick up on those fruity notes in here as well. It almost smells like the strawberry and the pear is just dripping from ripeness, but at the same time, this is not too sugary and overripe. It is perfectly floral and refreshing. I can confidently say this is a rose scent that will be in my collection forever. Another rose scent that will be in my collection forever, or until it sells out, because I think when this does sell out, I'm not sure if she's making more of them. This is none other than Exalté by Fumi Monet. Let me just say this one is a crowd pleaser. I recently wore this one to the flower fields in Carlsbad, and this was the perfect scent to embody that vibe. This one is so beautifully blended. It has the prettiest floral notes in it, and it is also unique. I have never smelled a fragrance that quite smells like this, which I really appreciate. I don't think there's that many fruity notes in this fragrance, but this almost reminds me of the juiciest, sweetest green grapes. It's such a bright, pretty floral, but yeah, I don't know. There's definitely got to be some more fruits in this one because it almost makes my mouth water every time I smell this. Now, if you're a Delina girly, if you're a Delina exclusive girly, these next few scents might be for you. I don't think any of these are exact dupes, but I think if you love that scent DNA, then you'll most definitely love these as well. Let's start with Fatima by Zimaya. They really weren't hiding what they were going for with this bottle right here. Definitely looks like the knockoff, but the smell is all that matters as the tassels fall right off. But yeah, this one is inspired by the original Delina. I've actually really been loving this one lately. This kind of smells like an aromatic rosy scent. It has this refreshing pine leaf note to it. Kind of smells like you're fresh out of the shower. You just used some rose rose shampoo and hair conditioner. You're walking through a forest that has a bunch of pine trees in it. The sun is shining through the leaves. These next two perfumes are inspired by Delina Exclusive. A moment for the bottles. What do we think? As a rose fragrance hater, I will say these are both quite pretty in my opinion. This first one is Amirat Al Arab Privé Rose by Azdaf. Yeah, this one is sweet and refreshing. It kind of smells like candied raspberries, candied lemons, with a hint of creaminess and a little bit of vanilla. This one is very pretty and very feminine. If you want a rose scent with a little bit more creaminess, a little bit more vanilla, then I would recommend Rua Radiant Roses by Paris Corner. The cap looks like a full-on flower. I love how bright this pink is, the gold. Get into it. But yeah, this one is definitely the creamiest out of all of these rosy scents. I feel like it also has the most vanilla as well. So out of all of these Delina dupes, I think this one has to be my favorite. This is gonna be one that I'm actively reaching for this spring. After smelling all of these, I don't know if I can call myself a rose hater anymore. I don't know what's happening. I think they say every 7 years your nose starts to change. Maybe that's what's happening. I'm a little scared. I am so sorry, but Lattafa just does not miss. This is one of their newer-ish releases. This is Bade Al Oud Noble Blush. Oh my gosh, this smells like rosy strawberry sweet milk. It's creamy, a little fluffy. This is easy even for a rose hater to love. I know strawberry isn't listed in these notes, but I'm telling you there is a strawberry note in here. And as this has macerated, it's gotten fluffier and sweeter. This smells like a creamy strawberry rose milkshake. I absolutely love her. Next up, let's talk about some of my favorite spring freshies. Y'all know I love my freshies. I just did an entire video dedicated to my favorite fresh and clean scent. So a few of these are repeats, but I just have to talk about them again. When I think of springy, fresh scents, I usually think of juicy, dewy tea notes, and that is what this fragrance right here gives me. This is called Smile by Acro. It is a beautiful raspberry green tea scent. This one smells so calming and smooth. A lot of green scents can tend to have a little bit of sharpness to them, but you will not get that at all with this one. I think this one was advertised to have a raspberry note in it, which I do smell, but do not expect a full-on raspberry scent. Think of a calming green tea scent with a few droplets of raspberry juice in it. This is the perfect non-offensive office scent, everyday spring scent. You can rock this one in any setting. It is just so calming and tranquil. Love it. We have a brand new release on our hands. This one is Angel Musk by Gulf Orchid. Let me know if you guys want a full review of this entire line because I definitely have my thoughts. I'll probably post it soon on TikTok anyways, but spoiler alert, this one is definitely going to be one of my favorites in the entire line. It's just the most ethereal. It's the most angelic. Literally says it in the name. It smells like a sheer cloud. For a second, I looked like a ghost. Have I done this whole video looking really washed out? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. This smells like... What is going on? Are the angels coming over me right now? Because why are they making me washed out? Is it just when I'm talking about this scent? I'm so confused. What is happening? Please tell me this hasn't been happening the entire video. Okay, anyways, this one smells creamy and ethereal. It's got a little bit of spice, so smooth, pillowy, and cloud-like. This is an easy everyday wear for me. I feel like this works in a ton of settings. You just can't go wrong with it, in my opinion. From By Rosie Jane, I had to include Layla Lou. This is such a gorgeous, fruity springtime scent. This smells like pear skin and freshly cut grass, but in the best way. I know freshly cut grass does not sound very appealing, but I'm telling you, the way this is so fresh, juicy, and sweet, it works. If you're looking for those pear-like, shampoo-y fragrances, this should be on your list. This might be one of the springiest fragrances I have in this entire video. It smells like green grass that just sprung up after it's rained. The flowers on the trees are starting to bloom. I want to throw a hair mist into the mix as well. This one is Anna Abiyed Rouge by Lattafa. This one also came in a set with the fragrance and the deodorant. Unfortunately, my brother loved this scent so much that I gave him the fragrance. So I need to get me another one because this smells so fresh, a little bit sweet. It is a crowd-pleasing scent. As many of you know, this kind of carries that same DNA that Baccarat Rouge 540 has. But yeah, this is so good. And these hair mists will stay in your hair for days. Not to call myself out, but yeah. days. This is the other fragrance I wanted to show you guys from Mischief Academy. Oh my gosh, does this smell amazing. This one is called Jungle Book. This is another one of my favorites from that whole collection. It smells like you're frolicking through the forest. I'm pretty sure this also has a pear note in it, which is probably why I love it so much. It's got that sweet, fresh juiciness, but the green notes in here are so unique. And I don't typically love super green fragrances, but when they're sweet and refreshing like this one, I'm so into it. From Ard Al Zafran, we have Dirham Wardi. This one is such a good clean girl fragrance. I love the clean girl perfumes because they're perfect to throw on when you're running errands, when you want something crowd pleasing that you can wear in the gym, in the office. These are some of the most versatile fragrances you can wear because I feel like everybody likes a clean girl perfume. This one's a little fruity, it's a little floral, flirty and sweet, but it has some refreshing elements to it as well. My camera just died again, but I think I was trying to finish up saying that this is a very beautiful, crowd pleasing, clean girl scent that I think a lot of my girly girls are going to enjoy. Also, I want to do another little sneaky giveaway. If you're seeing this right now, I know you're a real one. This is quite a long video, so we're gonna sneak this one in here. I think for this giveaway, I'm going to give the winner $150 so you can buy almost any of these perfumes right here. All you gotta do is comment down below and tell me a fragrance that's either on your wish list or maybe your signature favorite spring scent, and then end your sentence with any sort of green emoji so I know. So I know the vibe. Thank y'all for seeing this and for being real ones. Let's carry on with the video. This next fragrance is Tuesday by Ariel Shoshana. This is such a pretty aromatic green fragrance. I know I was just saying that I don't really love green fragrances that don't have much sweetness to them, but maybe this one is the exception. This one is so unique and fresh, a little citrusy and aquatic. Definitely doesn't have much sweetness to it, but this is so stunning. Lastly, for my spring freshies, we have Mojave Sand by the Dua brand. I love this photo that they put on here. That sunset is giving me good vibes. But anyways, this one is inspired by Mojave Ghost by Byredo. Still haven't smelled the original fragrance, but if it smells like this, then it is divine. First of all, look at the atomizer. This one is a succulent, dewy, juicy, slightly sweet green scent. It smells like it has some watery florals in it, a slight bit of woody notes, but not too much. Another very easy, straight out of the shower scent if you want to smell fresh all day long. These Dua fragrances are gonna do that for you. When you think of spring fragrances, vanilla might not be the first note that jumps into your mind, but it is for me. I have been loving my airy, light, fluffy vanillas lately, and I think a lot of these work perfectly for the springtime, so let's dive straight in, because this is heavy. Let's start off with a yummy pistachio gourmand moment. This one is Yum Pistachio Gelato by Kayali. This is the type of gourmand scent that I feel is easily rockable in the spring. It has this freshness to it that is sweet, slightly creamy, but not too cloying. This has that fluffiness to it. It doesn't smell like straight up ice cream. It is giving more gelato sorbet. You cannot go wrong with this one if you're a pistachio gourmand lover. This has really set the tone for, I would say, 80% of the pistachio perfumes I smell these days, including this next one, which is Khair Pistachio by Paris Corner. If you're looking for a more affordable version, this one is going to be for you. Do I think it's better than the original? No. I actually haven't sprayed this one in a bit, and it's definitely gotten a lot sweeter and creamier, I will say. Almost smells like it has a touch of cinnamon, a little bit more sweet spiciness. I think most people would agree that these smell pretty darn similar, so if you do want a more affordable version of the OG, Khair Pistachio is a great alternative. Let's talk about one of my other favorite scents from Super's Budapest. This one is called Candy. Once again, look how cute this packaging is. I'm just now realizing that there's a little carousel on here, but anyways, diving into the scent, this smells so freaking good. It's unlike any other candy scent I've ever smelled. Usually when you think of candy, you kind of think of almost a little bit childlike, very, very playful, sometimes sickeningly sweet, but this one is not that at all. It's got this juiciness to it that is absolutely intoxicating. It almost smells like melon candies to me, kind of like a honeydew melon. That's why I wanted to include this one, because it has this slight green, fruity sweetness to it. It's a little bit syrupy as well. This does not smell like your artificial candy scent. This smells like some bougie candy. Here's a little scent combo for you guys. This is Creme Vanille by Le Monde Gourmand. I don't think a lot of people know, but they actually have body oils as well, which I'm obsessed with. Y'all know I love my fragrance layering with my body oils, my lotions, and all of that. But yeah, getting into this scent, this is just a pretty light, fluffy vanilla scent. I wanted to include it in here because it's not doing too much. Slightly sugary. I think there might be a touch of florals in here, maybe a little bit of amber. I would categorize this as a breezy, airy vanilla. This type of scent is so beautiful to layer with any other fragrance. Of course, I had to include the Wedding Silk Santal in this list. This is such a romantic scent. I mainly smell vanillas in this, but there are the most gorgeous florals. There's the most gorgeous, what I think smells like pear. The notes say lush nectarine, but yeah, I can almost smell this juicy pear vibe. This is so pretty. I would most definitely wear this to a wedding, and it's so good that other brands have kind of come out with inspirations of it. Khayr Felicity by Paris Corner is most definitely inspired by the Wedding Silk Santal. This is probably the closest dupe I've smelled to the Wedding Silk Santal. There's really not that many differences to it, so if you do want a more affordable option, this is a good one to get. Now, Lattafa's version is called the Kingdom. I don't even know if they were going for the Wedding Silk Santal dupe. This is another beautifully blended, fruity floral scent with some vanilla, a little bit more unisex than the original fragrance. I do get more vanilla in the Wedding Silk Santal, and this one I get more juicy, aquatic, fruity notes. So if you're looking for a juicier version of the Wedding Silk Santal, something a little bit more aquatic and unisex, then I would check out the Kingdom by Lattafa. I think they also have the Kingdom for men, but even the Kingdom for women is definitely unisex, I would say. Let's now talk about Amber Vanilla from the Seven Virtues. This one is a beautiful balance of amber and vanilla. I think there's some floral notes in here as well. It just smells so comforting, a little bit woody too. Might be one of my favorite scents from the Seven Virtues. Just because it's so easy to wear, this could easily be someone's signature scent. It also kind of teeters on that hotel lobby vanilla vibe. There's no way I can talk about springtime vanillas without bringing up Dama Bianca by Casa Marati. This is one of the most beautiful, ethereal, citrusy vanilla scents I've ever laid my nose on. It's so unique. I don't know who thought to put a kumquat note in here, a lime note in here. Yeah, no other brand is creating a citrusy vanilla like this one. It's very powdery, citrusy, slightly floral. It is just a blend of the most gorgeous, unique notes together. I remember the first day I wore this, I was going to a TikTok event and the parking attendant said I smelled amazing. I think he wanted to get it for his wifey. Next up is a marshmallow scent that I have not been able to shut up about. I've probably made about 6 videos of this by now. It's so sweet and airy. It's almost sugary, like cotton candy and caramel. I've said it before, but there's a note in here that really reminds me of Le Parfum, the $200-something fragrance that I love. But if you want that cotton candy caramel vibe from that fragrance, I highly recommend trying this one out. I'm telling you, this will be a repurchase for life. I gotta include a fragrance for my citrus gourmand lovers. This one is Chou Chou by Lise. I truly feel like Lise's fragrances you can wear in any season. Spring, summer, winter, it does not matter. This is your creamy, fluffy lemon cake scent, but it is not super sweet. If you're not necessarily a gourmand lover, but you want to dip your toe into the gourmands, I think this one would be a great one to try. Also, I just heard from the brand that the citrus note in here is actually orange peel. It's not lemon peel. I feel like we have a lot of lemony gourmands, but this one is an orange peel gourmand. She's a little different. This next fragrance doesn't necessarily give me full-on spring vanilla vibes, but it's just such a versatile vanilla that truly works in any season. This is Angam by Lattafa. This is the dupe of Burberry Goddess, which honestly, I did not like Burberry Goddess. I definitely wouldn't get a full bottle of it, but this is one of the dupes where the dupe is better than the original. This is another fragrance where the first day I wore this, I got multiple compliments. It is so good. It just smells luxurious and rich. I think maybe the reason I don't love the original is because I feel like the lavender is the star of the show. This one I get more vanilla, and it's a rich, luxurious vanilla. This is another gorgeous, sweet vanilla recommendation for you guys. This is Vanilla Bourbon by Nest. This smells so freaking good. It also has a fluffy, whipped cotton candy vibe to it. It's sugary with a little bit of richness. This is a vanilla that I don't think I've ever smelled before. Whenever I smell a unique vanilla scent, I get super excited because a lot of times vanilla scents can be redundant, but this one is fire. Lastly, let's finish off with a fragrance I have been teasing on here that is finally released. This is the Cotton Candy Musk by Gulf Orchid. This smells like a pink cloud. This smells like orange blossom. It smells like flowers. Such an ethereal, floral cotton candy scent. As I've mentioned before, this one isn't gonna be your sickeningly sweet, sugary cotton candy scent. This one has more of that clean, cottony base to it that this whole collection carries. Soft, powdery, slightly creamy. This almost smells like cotton candy milk. It's unique. I really haven't smelled any other cotton candy scents that smell like this one. So if a slightly sweet, powdery, comforting, floral cotton candy scent sounds like a bit of you, then you're gonna love this one, babes. Alright, thank goodness that is the end of this video. I need to open a window because I think I might pass out after smelling all these fragrances. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you guys so much. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye!